for some of the Warden's joining lists.
Yeah? Let's get you ready. All right then.
What happened, happened. Can't change it now.
Tosh, what are you doing?
She's not in her lair. I was ready. I could have fought her.
Tosh.
Doesn't matter. I can still look for clues. See if she'll turn into a monster like Gillinea's archdemon did. I have to figure this out. I'm a dragon slayer.
You are, but you don't have to do this alone.
I don't need help.
But we need you, all right? We cannot beat the gods without a dragon slayer.
Wait. Look at that.
Ropes.
Canary ropes. The Antam. They're the ones who've been blighting the dragons for the gods. Those fucking ropes. They tie her down with these ropes so they can blight her. They turn her into something blighted and ugly and wrong. Something she was never supposed to be. Chakra Toebra. I've got to be ready to fight her. I'm a dragon slayer.
Tosh.
I'm a crappy Kunari. I'm not really Ravani. I'm no good as a daughter. I'm not even... I can't even be a woman right. I have to be a dragon slayer.
You're a good dragon slayer, Tosh. You're also a good warrior, a good lord of fortune, and a good member of this team. We need you if we're gonna stop the gods. And you need to believe in yourself. So tell me what's really going on.
My mother put these ropes on me. She tied me up. Why did she do that? Is it because I didn't fit as a woman? Is it why I don't fit as a woman?
Oh, Tosh.
The Shadow Dragons say there are people who use they instead of he or she. They're not men or women. And I like how it feels when I imagine myself that way. But... I'm not supposed to breathe fire. Am I not supposed to feel like this? What does she want me to be?
What do you want to be? Your mother brought you to Ravine for a better life.
I know.
So live it. Be who you are. Don't tie yourself down for someone else's fear.
I want to be... No. I am Ravani. And I'm not the daughter my mother wanted. That Tosh, she was never really me.
Who is the real Tosh?
She is... They are... not a woman. Or a man. The Shadow Dragons had some fancy terms, but using they and knowing that, it feels... good.
Sounds like a good start.
Thanks. Come on, let's get out of here.
Sounds good.
Hey, good. I wanted to ask you something. My mother and I have a weekly dinner thing. I was gonna meet her in Ravane. Wanna come? Fresh food. And I want her to know you're good to work with.
Sure.
You're late. And you brought a guest.
I hope I'm not putting you out.
No, this is Tasha's home as much as mine, even if she does not visit very often.
I don't smell the Iskop. We always have Iskop on Tuesdays.
I am not yet finished with my studies. I thought you would help me tonight.
And by help, you mean do it all. You haven't even chopped the melons.
You swing axes all day. Do you lack the strength to chop a few melons? The runes on the tablet are written in the old Kunari tongue, but they are incomplete.
So they never finished it?
No. It is clearly finished, but parts of letters have been hidden somehow, rendering the tablet unreadable.
Sounds like they didn't want you to read it.
Yes. Unfortunately, there are few other documents that date back to the first expedition.
What do you mean, the first expedition?
Your history teaches that Kunari landed on Thedas 300 years ago, in the Steel Age. This is true, but incomplete. Almost 1,000 years earlier, the first expedition came, only to vanish. They were Kunari who predated the Qun itself. That is what I study.
Here, food's ready.
This is not Iskap.
Wasn't feeling like Iskop. We're in Ravane. Might as well eat like it.
I see.
The new bookshelf should be here next week. Got him for you with some of the gold from the dragon.
You need not trouble yourself. My studies are clearly of little importance.
Okay? Bye. Thanks for coming.
She used she. You haven't told her yet.
I was going to. Then we got here and she was... like that.
You should be able to be yourself around her.
Huh.
Hey, you get to be who you are.
I know. I know. I'll tell her.
When you're ready, on your terms.
Thanks.
I can't believe you're asking for a favor as though nothing's happened.
What crapped in your bed?
Sorry. Didn't know you two were in the middle
Rook! Excellent. Come in. We could use a second sober voice.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
It's a figure of speech.
Huh. I was wondering when this had happened.
I don't follow.
You two didn't seem to be bonding.
I need one of these little needle things to dig some crap out of my armor. Death Mage won't give me one.
First, a bone threader is an extremely delicate instrument. Second, it's Emmerich. Tash, my name is Emmerich, not Death Mage, not Corpse Guy, not... I won't repeat the rest.
What? You are a Death Mage.
Why are all my attempts to converse with you met with scorn? What have I done to you, Tash?
You talk about corpses too much.
It's a rich topic.
No, corpses are messed up. They used to have people in them. You make a move like they're alive, but they smell wrong and they move wrong, and none of it is okay.
Oh.
Especially the ones with skin still on them.
Look, you two may never be best friends,
Nope.
but maybe we can aim for getting along.
I'd no idea necromancy upset you so deeply, Tash. Quite honestly, I didn't think you feared anything.
I don't. But I could have said it was bugging me. I didn't think you cared what I thought.
Of course I do. We're colleagues on this journey.
Okay. Sorry I called you a liker. Skull liker.
You two could still learn things together you'd never find out alone. Emmerich, you clearly find talking about dragons boring.
What? How? Who doesn't like dragons?
Aren't you curious why Tash likes them as much as you like necromancy?
The question crossed my mind.
And maybe Emmerich could help demystify magic, Tash.
Maybe he could share a little. So I know how to deal with walking corpses next time I'm in an old ruin.
I'd be happy to.
Thought you might be. Let's ask Myrna and Vorgoth about these hauntings.
I'd also appreciate it if we could see to those displaced wisps. Now, despite what you may have heard, spirits who dwell here do so willingly. Most of our working dead are animated by unthinking wisps, which are little more than impulses from the Fade. But later, I could introduce you to some truly intelligent undead.
So you know a thing or two about wisps?
As much as any watcher of my rank.
I might have questions for you later. About to have a problem. Still standing, not bad.
Thank you for coming, Rook. We're in need of your assistance.
Your letter spoke of hauntings?
Malign spirits freed by the gods.
They have concretized into a variety of forms. Left unchecked, these spirits will cause great harm.
They must be put to rest.
This haunting was once a spirit of curiosity.
It has turned to a darker purpose. Midnight bring. There is much to be done. We shall meet again.
Rook, Professor, a new group of Venatori trespass in the Shrouded Halls.
The gall of them!
They come in search of plunder.
We'll put a stop to that.
We must keep track of our skeletal assistants.
Are any lost?
Intermittently. One revels in hiding. in the sand.
I wonder what this is about. There we go. Here's one of those scattered wisps you mentioned, Emmerich.
It's out of alignment. Let's find a receptacle for it while it recovers.
The shrouded halls have been left in appalling condition.
Memory wanes.
That provides scant comfort.
The door's locked. Maybe it'll open if we bring more wisps.
Locked to keep us out, or locked to keep something in?
They're powerfully warded, and yet... someone passed through these doors not long ago.
We got it. That did it. We got it.
What tidings?
Is that the last of them? We need one more wisp for that locked door.
Right. Let's look around. That last wisp's unlocked this door. Let's take a look.
There's a problem. Move fast.
I'm at the ready.
Dead Venatori. That demon in here must have killed them, but how'd they get past the lock before us?
An excellent question.
Sealed tight.
Stand back. Are you Venatori? Are there sniffing rats? What form have you all? This vault's riches are mine. I tore them from the dead, and with me, they will remain.
Definitely a demon.
And a powerful one, to have been kept behind such ancient locks instead of simply banished.
Let's search around. Maybe the Venatori knew something. This note says the door's seals are tied to demons out in the world. Killing them unseals the door, but they'll keep returning until we destroy whatever's behind the door itself.
Nasty trick, but we can't ignore it.
The Order would be grateful. I've never even heard of this spirit.
Let's keep an eye out.
fight the heretics!
Look out!
Looks like the Venatori have taken a few things with them.
The villains. We're not alone.
I'll need a wisp.
Here we go.
These are instructions. Lighting candles will drive away malign spirits from the vaults.
An ancient practice. Let us see if it avails us.
Company, get ready. That's one for the necromancer. We're under fire. Look out!
Look left!
You don't burn the dead. Any of them.
Guevara is dedicated to preserving the deceased. I suppose the displays of the Grand Necropolis seem a bit exotic to you all.
Can't say I see it every day.
They're attacking from afar! Look! Behind you!
Rook takes credit there.
Well done!
Eyes open.
It's a fight then! Masterfully done, Rook. Primed and ready.
That's the last of them. Let's look for those candles we have that will cleanse this place. Last candle. The vaults should be quieter now.
The air grows lighter already. Thank you again for coming. My duties include tending to these rites of remembrance. Excellent. Manfred found his way down. Very good, Manfred.
He sounds excited.
I thought we'd start the rites here. A tableau of the dead, commissioned 173 years ago. These lives were flickers against the ages, precious, fragile, and finite. Now they serve as a warning. Don't linger overlong in the gloom. Live with grace and fervor while you may.
No one's gonna seize the day for you.
Just so. That one's livelier. Here. Who were you when you breathed above?
This body was a tailor's, a mother's. She laughed and taught and wove the robes kings wore when they were crowned.
Tch. Someone must realign her thoracic vertebrae. I hope the novices are inspecting the displays.
Seems disrespectful to abandon something you built.
Precisely. No wonder there's been an uptick in hauntings.
Wait, what?
Let's continue.
So what now?
We light candles in remembrance of the dead. Would you care to light the candle, Rook? Look at this. The last tomb of the Tannhausens. A very influential family in the Storm Age.
We broke the bones of dragons.
A posthumous motto. Their last heir met his match against a Highland Ravager.
Death by dragon? I'm surprised there was enough to bury.
Do you know, I never expected that the door we found back in the Vault of the Beloved would lead here.
So the necropolis actually shuffles its rooms around?
From time to time. Very unlikely to happen while we're inside a chamber. Could you light the next candle? Aha! One of my favorite flowers! A variegated weeping widower.
You know your plants.
Alchemy is my hobby. It's a break from teaching spirit calling and theoretical applied metaphysics.
Right. Just on the side.
This way, Rook.
You were right about the gardens being peaceful.
The necropolis has its dangers, but these places are a refuge for the dead.
How many people are buried here anyway?
Excellent question. We rarely should take a new census. You'll need to light these candles as well. Open your hearts to the final day, companion of all the ages. I was pleasantly surprised by your respect for our undead tableau earlier, Rook. I'm beginning to think people outside Navarra find the necropolis a little unnerving.
The Grey Wardens have some unusual traditions too.
The spirits gather. Only a few more candles. Follow me. Ah, look here.
Hi? Should I say hi?
It's curious about you. We're also enjoying the gardens, but with one last ritual ahead. On your way, my friend.
Spirits really are your specialty.
I've always had a rapport with them. Even as a child, they were my companions.
After you started training here?
After I was orphaned.
Oh.
A collapsed building, swift deaths. After the funeral, the Watchers took me in.
They thought the necropolis was the best place for an orphan?
Better to learn death dwells all about us than be deaf when it calls. Yet, I was terrified of everything when I arrived.
And you still joined the Watchers?
They're what saved me. Come, the next set of graves lies ahead. Please, light the next candles if you would. There's much to recommend about the rhythm of a ceremony. It eases our worst hours. As a boy, the Watcher's rituals were exactly what I needed to steady my days with purpose.
And some death magic?
Well, every young mage needs a speciality. All this pageantry, this magnificent gloom and its rites, I ask you, Rook, what is it for?
It's gotta be the living, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. This place is an abundance of history, of magic, of memories. The Watchers preserve it so the living may draw comfort from those who've gone before. We must get to the candle, please, Manfred.
You told Harding that Manfred used to be a wisp until you gave him a body?
Yes, he's taken so well to it. Haven't you, Manfred? Here are the last candles you'll need to light. Once you're ready, we'll need to ring the bell. Let the rites be acknowledged. Our bonds seen and sealed. We honor the listening spirits.
Hail from the abyss.
We witness, good Watcher, faith kept in all our paths.
What was...
The necropolis hosts many spirits. We thank these guardians for their protection and friendship. We'll need to ring the bell once more to close out the departing ceremony.
So you were really afraid of this place as a child?
It wasn't the necropolis itself, but what was draped around it. Have you ever been frightened by the thought of dying, Rook?
Well, hasn't everyone from time to time?
When I was younger, it happened more often than that. That's when I discovered I possess a great terror of dying. It goes beyond dread. Can't be reasoned with or soothed over. It comes without warning. the dead of night, sunlit streets, a raw, strangling fear struck somewhere deep past the heart.
That's an issue for a necromancer.
Oddly, I discovered I wasn't alone. I debated this fear with friends. I argued with teachers. Yet, it lingered. Manfred's right. That's maudlin enough. There are struggles, but a watcher should always find peace amongst the graves. And what sort of host would I be if we didn't end with some light refreshment?
Well, if Manfred's excited, how can I refuse? Cheers, Manfred.